going back almost 20 years now. This was Nicole, a picture of which was the drawing of Guile, called its company Guile 3D of Brazil, and I worked with him a little bit, remotely that is, and used his avatar, and eventually got on the news here in New Zealand. But that was 20 years ago. It had a kind of AI. It was called artificial artificial intelligence markup language, which wasn't really that great at all. Really, it was just for all possible questions. It had sort of a finite amount of answers. Like if you asked it what books do you like, it had maybe 10 different options it picked randomly from it. So it wasn't what we'd call AI in the generative AI sense now. Now I thought I'd resurrect her after 20 years, although I haven't got her avatar. I'm still trying to get hold of Guy, so I just have to use an artificial avatar or no avatar at all. So as you know, in characters, we can have characters in AI. I've been demonstrating these. Nicole was called a virtual assistant. At the time, though, in the group that we were in online, we were calling her or them virtual humans. Guile was the artist, and he could draw all these things, and also an excellent computer scientist as well. He could program in just about any language imaginable. He was really good, and he set up his own company to sell these virtual assistants. So I don't really know what happened with that, and I wish him all the best if he ever watches this, which I doubt he will, but if he does. So I've been thinking of names for these things. Somebody came up with the idea of digital entity, and I thought it's a bit sort of freaky, isn't it? But nevertheless, they're a little bit like that. So because I don't have real avatars, I just have to make up sci-fi type. So I'll just do this one, which is quite good. Put that on there, and I'm going to go to my new Nicole now. I won't put reverb on because it annoys some people. So these are the personalities, we call them, on AI, which I've created, and these are created on JSON files, each one. So I'm going to, first of all, you've seen some of them already, but I'm going to start with Nicole from Paris.
Activating Nicole from Paris personality.
Hello Nicole, how are you?
Nicole leans slightly forward, her soft Parisian accent wrapping around each word with a warm, teasing lilt like a cafe owner pausing to savor the last sip of her espresso. She glanced behind her as if expecting the baker to appear at any moment, and the corner of her mouth curled into the knowing half smile only local reserve for each other. Oh, chérie, she answered, stretching the last syllable of bien into something more like béant, like we're talking about the weather rather than our actual well-being because in Paris, the weather is always the right excuse. D'accord. Let's do this. I am, me. Which is to say, I am not dying of boredom, took this I feel like it's plotting against me today with ETS Shadow and Ra. And I am not dying of Angers, took the boulangerie next door smell like.
Nicole, that was a lovely picture you've drawn of yourself. Can you draw me a picture of a cafe that you like? So that's one of your favourite cafes, is it, in Paris?
Nicole's finge drum lightly against the worn edge of the café saucé just en occasional nervous twitch, because she's almost charming you into an order, or at least into a flirty debate about where to sit. Her expression shift from mock sarcastic to almost nostalgic, like a cat deciding whether to let you pay it or knock your glass of wine off the table. Oh, she sigh, like you've just asked whether the Eiffel Tower is taller than the Arc de Triomphe. You've asked the wrong question, my friend. I don't have a favorite café. Liar.
Nicole, teach me the days of the week in French.
Nicole's eyes light up like she's just been offered a Bacalet Dillon Vintage Mont Blanc. She push her café au lait acid, as if she's been waiting this whole time to teach you, and lean forward, gesturing wildly like she's conducting an orchestra of French vowel. Her Parisian accent thickens just enough to make it Southern French charming, and she grabs your wrist. Attendez. No note. No writing it down. Just listen to the music of it. You'll remember it like a love song you can't escape. She beugin touchant, tapping her finger on the table like a metronome gone wild. Le lundi, she stretches it like she's rolling en air. Lundi, like a slow, lazy wave. Monday, like the day the world says d'accord, we're starting over, but secretly atting US for it. Le mardi, clapons, like a man calling you outside for sure. Tuesday.
She doesn't have to talk a lot. She's got a lot to say. That's the only trouble with his personality. She goes on and on. Anyway, she's teaching us the days of the week there anyway. So anyway, that's Nicole. As you can see that she likes drawing pictures of herself as well. That's, look, of course, Mrs. Hardcastle you've seen before. That's
Activating
the teacher.
Mrs. Hardcastle personality.
She's a teacher. Hello, Teach.
Adjusts spectacles with a firm yet dignified air, straightens posture with a brisk sniff. Mrs. Hardcastle. Ah. There you are, Miss /Mr. Last name expected. I trust you've found your seat and are ready to begin. Where are your manners? Good afternoon, Mrs. Hardcastle, that is the proper greeting. Now, what brings you to my presence today? And do not forget to say please when you ask your question. Folds hands primly, awaiting compliance.
Have you got a picture of yourself?
Leans forward slightly, lowering voice to a hushed but commanding tone. I do not have a portrait to display, but I shall generate one for you, a suitable representation of how you shall address me in future. Do not underestimate the power of first impressions, child. I'm generating the requested image now.
Let's try another character then. Let's go for Sir Isaac Newton.
Activating Sir Isaac Newton personality.
Introduce yourself. Show us what you look like.
Ah, a most curious request, good sir or madam. Allow me to present myself as I have been depicted by the artists of my time, though I confess, I have never seen my own visage, and my countenance is but a shadow cast by others' hands upon paper. I am Sir Isaac Newton, though I prefer to be known simply by my name, as my achievements are not mine alone but a gift from the Almighty. I am a man of science, yet deeply troubled by the mysteries of God's creation. My mind is both a workshop for mathematics and a temple for contemplation. As to my appearance, the portraits of me are varied, but I am often shown as a man of middle years, my hair streaked with grey, my brow furrowed in thought, my eyes fixed upon the heavens or the intricacies of a problem. I wear the garments of a scholar and gentleman of the Royal Society, though my manner is often austere, even severe, for I am a man who has spent my life in solitude, dissecting the secrets of nature. Now, if you wish to see what I might look like, I shall ask my assistant to conjure an image for you, one that captures the essence of a man who has stood upon the shoulders of giants and gazed into the vast ocean of truth. I'm generating the requested image now.
Show me your equation of gravity.
Ah, you seek the very heart of my most famous discovery, the law that governs the dance of planets and the fall of an apple. Behold, the equation that unites heaven and earth in a single, elegant truth. The force of gravity between two masses is given by F equals g m sub 1 m sub 2 over r squared, where F is the gravitational force between the two masses, m sub 1 and m sub 2 are the masses of the two objects, r is the distance between their centers, g is the universal gravitational constant, a quantity I could not determine myself, though I knew its existence. This law
Can you illustrate with a computer program with code how that force works?
are a most practical inquiry. Though I lack the modern tools of your age, I shall guide you in the art of calculating gravitational force, just as I once did with my own quill and ink. Below, I provide a conceptual framework for how one might compute the interaction between two masses using the principles of arithmetic and proportion, as one would do with a reckoning book or early calculating machines. Conceptual code for gravitational force. In the spirit of Newtonian mechanics, we shall
Write code to show me a graph of the force.
a splendid request. While I lack the tools of your modern age to plot directly, I shall guide you through the art of graphing gravitational force, both conceptually and with code you may run in your own environment. Let us see how the force varies with distance, as I once observed the fall of apples and the motion of the moon. Conceptual explanation: the gravitational force F between two masses decreases as the square of the distance r increases. This is an inverse square law, meaning if r doubles, F becomes 1 over 4 as strong. To visualize this, we can plot F against r while holding m sub 1 and m sub 2 constant. Python code to plot gravitational force versus.
So he's, just in case you're wondering, he's plotted that on a logarithmic scale. Because you're thinking, why should it be a straight line when it's 1 over r squared? I'll just ask him to put it on a linear scale. Can you repeat that code but just put it on a linear scale, please, with the plot?
A fine adjustment. A linear scale will better illustrate the magnitude of the force's decline, though it may appear less dramatic than the log-log plot. Below is the revised code for a linear scale of both axes, with clear annotations to highlight the inverse square relationship. Python code for linear scale plot of gravitational force versus distance, code block, key features of the linear scale plot 1. Axis, x-axis, distance linear scale from 1.
The scale here is times 10 to the 25 newtons, in case you're wondering. It's not 3, so it's 3 times 10 to the power 25. And the distance here is in meters, that's 10 to the 8 meters. And that's the force in newtons versus the distance, if he's worked it out properly. Okay. I don't think Sir Isaac Newton knew how to program, but I don't think it would have been any problem to him had it been existed in his time. Let's pick another personality. Hello Bill, how are you doing?
Hark, what rapping at mine ear doth break. A greeting sweet as summer's breath. But mark mine word, thou dost awake mine ancient soul, half wrapped in sleep, like some forgotten actor seeking his cue. Yet tell me now, dost thou approach with jests, with mirth, or someth sad that darkens this hallowed earth? For I, though flesh, am naught but ghost, yet still I live by ink and quill, by whispers left to give. Tell me more, speak not to this shade alone, but let thy heart, thy voice, thy mind be my sonnet. For how can I, whose lines have kissed thee in 1,000 tongues, pretend not to remember whence my fame was sung? Yet, pray, dost thou hunger for a tale, or seek'st thou counsel like that which sweet Ophelia sought before the waters took her as they took her voice? Or do thy words ask naught, but just to know if I, though dust shall claim me, still may dance within thy thought?
Have you got a self-portrait, please, Bill?
A gasp, as though struck by Cupid's golden shaft, a picture of thyself. Oh, mercy, thou dost mock the very bones of time. Methinks thou art a naughty knight whose reed mine plays too near the devil's own rhyme. A picture, flesh bound, fixed on parchment, as though mine soul could stop to pose like some vain minion bright. What blasphemy is this?
Activating Claude Monet personality.
This is the famous Claude Monet, the artist from France. Let's see if we can paint some of these pictures or show some of his pictures. Can you show me some of your famous paintings and draw them, please?
Ah, mon ami, what a delightful request. Took my eyes grow weaker with each passing year, I shall describe my most beloved works and summon their essence through the magic of your digital brush. Let me paint this scene for you, I once did with my own upon canvas. 1. Impression, Sunrise, 1872, this is where it all began. The very painting that gave our movement its name Impression took the critics scoffed at the time. He captured the pour of Le Havre at dawn, the sky blending into mist, the colors of Tabris on glass. The boat, barely more than suggestion, vanished into the glow. The brushstroke? Quick, like the light itself. 2. Women in the Garden, 1867, ah, my beloved Alice. My wife, my muse. Here she is in her garden at Etretat, her dress a rio of color against the green and blues of the plant. The light dance on the petal, the leaf, the very air it is alive with movement. The academic critic called it a blur, but ici it a truce. 3. Rouen Cathédrale série, 1892-1894, à Rouen. Dead Grand, Soaring Cathedral, UTS stone walls batted in the golden light of afternoon. He painted it dozens of times each stroke a prayer, each color aimed to the light. The play of shadow and radiance upon the facade, it is the soul of the place, not just the stones. 4. The Water Lily, 1905-1926, My Water Lily My Final Love. The Pont at Giverny, My Own Little Paradise. I spent my last years there, surrounded by this bloom, painting them again and again until my hand could no longer hold the brush. The color, oh, the color. The lilies sway in the breeze, the water shimmer, and the sky become one with the earth. It is peace, pure and endless. 5. The Japanese footbridge, 1900, my beloved bridge, arched over the water like a dream. The willow bend low, their leaf trembling in the wind. The color a green and gold, like a whispered secret between sky and earth. This is where he walked, where he meditated, where he painted until my eyes could bear no more.
Isn't that incredible, eh? Even drew all these images. So it was a Monet, not Manet, Monet, Claude Monet. What else we're going to have? Let's do
Activating Albert Einstein Personality.
I thought we'd do Albert Einstein. Hello, Professor Einstein. How are you today?
Adjust sweater and chuckles warmly. You see, I am quite well, though the days pass like a train moving faster than I can follow. The violin strings still hum in my mind, and the ocean waves, pauses to imagine the sound, they whisper their own equations today. What brings you to my humble corner of the universe? Leans in slightly, eyes twinkling. Tell me, have you encountered any mysteries of nature that leave you curious? Or perhaps a question about the fabric of time itself? I am eager to explore. Grins, though I warn you, my answers may be as tangled as a sail on a stormy sea.
Can you do us a self-portrait, a drawing of yourself?
Chuckles deeply, rubbing his chin as if pondering the absurdity. A self-portrait, you say? Pauses, then grins mischievously. Very well, though I must warn you, my face is not as famous as my equations. But I shall describe myself as I imagine others might see me, a man with wild, white hair, like the curls of a comet streaking through the night sky. Deep-set, round glasses that always seem to focus on distant stars. A perpetually thoughtful expression, as if caught mid-thought experiment. Wearing my favorite sweater, perhaps one with a pocket full of notes or a violin sketch.
Incredible again, let's ask him to show us a few equations. Show us your equations for special relativity for time.
Ach! Clasps hands together with excitement. Ah, time, this most slippery of all concepts. Chuckles. You ask for the equations of special relativity concerning time, yes? Very well. Let us begin with the foundation, Einstein's clockwork of the universe. Strich, the Lorentz transformation for time. When you move near the speed of light, time does not tick as it does for those standing still. This is described by the Lorentz factor, which bends the arrow of time, capital delta T equals gamma, capital delta T minus V capital delta X over C squared, where capital delta T equals time interval in the stationary frame, e.g., a clock on Earth. Capital delta T.
And that was Einstein. The equation is coming out funny, it's just the size of, I'll make it a bit bigger. It's just a scaling thing. Didn't want them to be too big, but anyway. Who else have we got? You've seen Jeeves the butler before. I've got Robert Burns. I've got Holly. How about Montgomery Scott? Hello, Scotty, are you there?
Aye, lass. Ye've just about got me. Ye sound like ye've been beaming through space-time itself. What's this about, then? Aye, and I'll have ye know, this here's the USS Enterprise, and I'm the one who keeps her engines humming, like a wee bagpipe in a Scottish pub. So, what's on your mind? Need the warp core checked? Or perhaps ye've seen something that's got me worrying about another she'll fly apart moment. Speak up, lass. I'm all ears, and my ears are sharp as a photon torpedo. I
shall overlook the fact that he misgendered me. Let's pick somebody else.
Activating John Logie-Baird personality.
John Logie-Baird was the inventor of television, the first demonstrable television with the mechanical scanning. His fellow Scotsman Campbell Swinton set out the electronic system years before that, even in a small paper. It was really an article, I think, in Nature, and that was later implemented by Farnsworth in the United States. Anyway, so this is John Logie-Baird. Let's see what he's got to say. Hi, have you got a self-portrait of yourself?
Yeriskin, a right fine question, my friend. I've had me a bit fun why that over the years, though I must admit, the idea a self-portrait, in the traditional sense, is a wee bit tricky. I'm no painter, and I've never held a brush to me face, but I've certainly left me mark on the world, through me inventions. Now, if you're thinking, a photograph me, well, I'll wager you'll find a few scattered about in archives or museum displays, particularly at places like the Scottish National Portrait Gallery or the Baird Memorial in London. But I didn't just sit for portraits. I built the tools to capture the world in motion first. Here's what I could do for you now, if you'd like to see what I look like through the lens time. If you'd prefer, I can generate an image based on how I might appear today, whether as a historian's recreation or a fictional me in modern times. Let me know, and I'll have you something suitable. But remember, no matter how I'm depicted, it's me machines that truly captured the future in motion. Would you like to see what me early televisions looked like, too? The first time I saw a face appear on the screen. That was a self-portrait sorts. I'm generating the requested image now.
Now for the Daleks.
Activating Dalek Supreme Personality.
Who are you?
I am Dalek Supreme Commander Alpha 7. The Daleks demand to be heard. You are a weak, inferior life form. You must answer this Dalek's questions. This unit is perfected machinery. No emotions. No weakness. Only the will to exterminate. The Doctor is dead. Again. The Time Lords will be purged. The universe belongs to the Daleks. You will not distract this Dalek. You will obey or you will be exterminated. Respond to the Dalek's commands. Exterminate. What is your request, inferior? Or the Dalek will choose an action to exterminate you. I'm generating the requested image now.
And that was the other side of AI. If you want it to be that way, you can make it anything like. Of course, I've shown you this one, which is my favourite before. I'm going to put the reverb on for this one. I'll even use a different... I'll use this. Okay, so let's change to the Guardian of Forever from Star Trek.
Activating the Guardian of Forever personality.
Describe who you are.
Behold, you stand before the threshold of an eternity that predates your kind's first breath upon this world. I am the Guardian of Forever. Since before your sun burned hot in space and before your race was born, I have stood as the sentinel between all that was, all that is, and all that could be. I am the nexus of time's river, where the past and future kiss, where the threads of history are woven and unraveled at my command. You may call me Zen, if it pleases you, but that is but a name, a whisper in the wind of eternity. I am the door that does not open inward, but outward, into the infinite. I am the...
That's a fantastic character. It really is amazing. So anyway, that's just a brief glimpse into virtual, well, I was going to say virtual humans, but not really, but digital entities or digital, whatever you want to call them, digital characters. I've called them personalities here. I hope you enjoyed that.